Good morning, sculptors. I'm your host, Mr. Granley here, coming to you live from the Tartan Studios today. Today we got a real fun project. This is going to be our in-person option for today. We're going to make these kind of stained glass window effects, but we're going to do it using clay. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create a shape here that has different borders. And inside of each of these little sections here, we're gonna have a place where we're gonna put colored broken glass that when we put in the kiln, it'll actually melt down and create kind of this very cool effect like this. Now the clay dries to this white color here, so it's gonna look very similar to this. And so we're gonna use kind of some stained glass techniques by setting up borders, and we're gonna melt some glass in there. We're gonna do that with clay. So let's get started here. I'm gonna set this stuff aside. Now to start off, you're gonna want your materials. We're gonna need some clay, slip, a roller, a couple of sticks, and something to score, slip, and seal with, so like a fork, and then a fettling knife is really helpful as well, okay? The first thing we want to do is get our overall shape. And so I'm gonna kind of just push this clay down, and I'm gonna set the sticks on either side of it, and I'm gonna roll out the clay to the thickness of these sticks.
Nice. Now,
I'm gonna cut my shape. There's lots of shapes that you can cut this into. I'm feeling very tartan inspired. All right, now I have my outside shape. I'm gonna create borders by making coils and kind of rolling them flat using these sticks again. So I'm gonna just set this aside. I take my clay, I smoosh it up. And then I put it in between the sticks and roll it flat. If I take these sticks and kind of push them together, that'll straighten out that stick real nice. And I can cut kind of long, skinny pieces that I can use to make my sections. Okay. Now the first thing that you have to do is put a border around the outside of your piece. And we need to slip, score, and seal. So I'm gonna scratch up the surface. And I'm gonna take some of this slip, I'm gonna put it all along here. It's actually even better to just use your fingers. I'm gonna do this on this border side as well. So on the back side, scratch it up, put on the slip, and that will make it stick. All right, now that I have my outside border, I can create my decorations on the inside. It's also kind of good to get in here with some little slip on the edges here, just so that doesn't leak. Now if I want to make a border even thinner, I can even push it thinner with my roller. Now kind of to figure out where my borders are going to go, I'm going to just kind of draw them in here with the knife. And they can go any which way you want. All right, I'm going to put some slip down in there. And because this is so thin, I probably don't need to do as much with like the fork or anything. I can just kind of put the slip down there, and that's gonna help everything stick enough. Even if I just cover the whole bottom with slip, that'll be okay. All right, now I have my kind of lightning bolt shape with my different sections that I'm going to put the broken glass in. And I'll put this on the shelf to dry, and the next day when I come back, hopefully it'll be fired and it'll be ready to put glaze and glass in it for the next step. All right, enjoy, sculptors.